1. Welcome to China Idol Spotlight, the place where gossip becomes fact, and fact becomes the spotlight of the Chinese entertainment world. Here, we don't just discuss rumors but also explore what really happens behind the cameras, behind the stars' smiles, and behind the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry. Because in the world of celebrity, the truth is often hidden behind the fog of fame. And this time the spotlight is on one big name, Wang Yibo. The legendary actor, singer, and dancer is known for his cool charm, high discipline, and near-perfect dancing skills. However, who would have thought that this figure, who has always been known for his calm demeanor, would reportedly have a furious outburst backstage at a major event? This rumor originated from the popular dance competition, Street Dance of China, a program that has produced many legendary moments and, of course, plenty of behind-the-scenes drama. In the latest season of the show, Wang Yibo returns as one of the team captains, competing against other top dancers from across China. However, a few days after one of the episodes aired, social media was suddenly rocked by shocking news. An anonymous Weibo account wrote that Wang Yibo was furious with the director after losing a dance battle. The post quickly spread, sparking a wave of comments from thousands of fans and netizens. Some said they believed it. Others defended it, saying it was impossible for Wang Yibo, known for his calm and professional demeanor, to throw such a tantrum. But others wrote, "Everyone loses control, even Yibo is human." Comments poured in. Wang Yibo's name immediately became a trending topic on Weibo, with the hashtag reaching millions of searches in just a few hours. Edited videos and clips from the show began to emerge, showing Yibo's expression immediately after his loss. His face tense, his gaze sharp, and his quick walk off the stage. For some, that was enough proof that the rumors were true. But for those who knew Yibo better, the expression was simply the normal disappointment of a perfectionist. Someone who always strives to perform at their best, and may be a little frustrated when the results don't meet expectations. But in the Chinese entertainment world, even a single expression can be misinterpreted. A small move can turn into a major drama, especially when someone as popular as Wang Yibo is involved. It doesn't stop there. Some gossip accounts even added stories that Yibo reprimanded the director in a loud voice because he was disappointed with the scoring system. Some even went so far as to write that Yibo threw the mic and walked out of the production room in anger. However, none of these claims had any concrete evidence. There were no videos, no photos, no audio recordings, just a series of anonymous sentences written as if the author were on set. And as usual, the internet was quick to believe them. Because in this day and age, sensationalism is sometimes more credible than clarification. But not long after the rumor exploded, voices from people who were actually on set emerged. One of the competition's participants, a professional dancer, finally spoke out on social media. He wrote, "I was there. I saw everything. There were no angry scenes, no mic throwing. Yibo remained calm and professional as usual." The statement spread quickly, but unfortunately, not everyone believed it. Because in the world of gossip, the truth can sometimes be boring. However, for those who know how Wang Yibo works, the defense made sense. Yibo is known for rarely expressing his emotions in public. He prefers to remain silent and improve himself rather than blame others. So why did rumors like this spread so quickly? The answer is simple: Wang Yibo's name is too big to ignore. As a top artist with millions of fans, his every move is the subject of speculation. Every look in his eyes can be interpreted. Every step he takes can become big news. On the one hand, his popularity is a blessing. But on the other hand, it's also a heavy burden. Because the higher a person stands, the stronger the winds of gossip that blow around him. But behind all the speculation, one thing is certain: there's no concrete evidence that Wang Yibo was truly angry with the director. And the more witnesses on the set speak out, the clearer it becomes that this rumor is just another piece of fanfare exaggerated online. But the story isn't over yet. After clarification emerged, the public began to question who originally spread this rumor. Was this simply a misunderstanding, or were certain parties deliberately distorting the facts? Behind the flashy cameras, there's an unseen world full of strategy, competition, and ambition. And amidst this storm of rumors, Wang Yibo must once again prove that composure is his most powerful weapon. And so it is, a single rumor can shake a household name even without clear evidence. But for those who know Wang Yibo, rumors are just passing wind because it's not words that speak loudest, but actions. At China Idol Spotlight, we don't stop at the surface. We explore every side of the story, from the rumors circulating to the facts revealed. So be sure to stay tuned for the next episode, because in part 2, we'll delve deeper into who's behind these rumors and how the Street Dance of China production team actually reacted. In the previous episode, rumors about Wang Yibo allegedly being angry with the director of A Street Dance of China shocked the public. Social media was flooded with comments, video clips were re-edited, and Yibo's name became a trending topic once again. But behind all this, one big question remained unanswered: what was the response from those actually on set? And now, for the first time, Wang Yibo's production team and management have finally spoken out. Several days after the rumors peaked, the official The Street Dance of China account posted a short statement. Without naming any names, they wrote, "During filming, all the captains and participants displayed the highest level of professionalism. There was never an incident like the one reported on social media." Although brief, the statement clearly felt like a subtle defense for all those who were slandered, including Wang Yibo. However, netizens remained divided. Some were grateful for the clarification, while others accused the production team of covering up the truth. In the entertainment world, the public sometimes finds it difficult to trust even official sources. Because for some, gossip feels more compelling than the sober truth. Shortly after the production team's statement was released, Wang Yibo's agency issued an official clarification. And as usual, the clarification sparked two reactions. Fans were relieved, while haters were even more eager to attack. The question now becomes why, every time a hot rumor breaks out, Wang Yibo's name is always at the center of it. Wang Yibo is not just an artist, but a pop culture phenomenon. Every project he takes on becomes a trending topic, every appearance goes viral, and every expression becomes a topic of conversation. For the media and gossip media, Yibo's name is a guarantee of clicks, views, and high engagement. And in the increasingly competitive entertainment world, sometimes rumors are the cheapest weapon to attract public attention. Several people from the production team, who wished to remain anonymous, shared their stories with local media. They said that the atmosphere during filming was indeed very intense. The dancers practiced late into the night, while the captains, including Yibo, constantly monitored their team's performance in order to win. On the day of the big battle, Yibo was said to have appeared very serious. He spent time alone in a corner, listening to music and closing his eyes before performing. When his team lost, he simply nodded slowly, then walked off the stage without a word. There were no shouts, no anger. But in a world filled with cameras, silence can be mistaken for anger. Some even created an online campaign with the hashtag #ProtectWangYibo to show support. Interestingly, however, instead of fading, Yibo's popularity actually grew. Every time rumors surfaced, more and more people became curious, watching his show, and finding out who the real person behind the big name was. And perhaps, that's where Wang Yibo's true strength lies, standing tall amidst the storm. Because amidst all the accusations, he chose to remain silent, not because he was weak, but because he knew that silence can sometimes be louder than 1,000 words. And so, this storm of rumors subsided again, not because of shouts, but because the truth finally spoke for itself. Clarifications from the production team and agency prove that behind the heated gossip, there is undeniable hard work and professionalism. But is this the end of it all? Or is it the beginning of a new chapter in Wang Yibo's long journey in the entertainment world? Because behind the serenity of a star, sometimes there is a story that has not been revealed. This time, we'll look at how the rumors transformed Wang Yibo's image, not as a victim of gossip, but as a symbol of steadfastness and professionalism. In the first days after the rumors broke, Wang Yibo's fans around the world were devastated. They flooded social media with hashtags defending him. Many were angry, disappointed, and even cried as they saw their idol being slandered for no reason. But slowly something interesting happened. Instead of getting caught up in the anger, Yibo's fan community changed direction. They began a positive campaign. They stopped focusing on denials, instead presenting video evidence, recordings, and even footage from Street Dance of China that proved Yibo remained calm throughout the event. Most interesting of all, however, was how Wang Yibo himself responded. He didn't issue lengthy statements, didn't appear in interviews to defend himself, and didn't provoke debate. He simply continued his work as if nothing had happened. To some, this demeanor seemed cold. But to those who understand his character, that is Yibo's true strength. He knows when to speak and when silence can be the most powerful statement. When rumors struck, Yibo chose to respond with hard work, not words. He performed flawlessly in the next episode, showcasing intricate choreography with energetic expressions. Everyone watching could see there was no trace of anger, only dedication. Interestingly, some media outlets that had previously reported the rumors began to change their tone. This was a rare turning point. In the often tough and intriguing world of Chinese entertainment, an artist who can turn the media around is extraordinary. And herein lies Yibo's appeal. It's safe to say that Wang Yibo's fan base is one of the most solid communities in Asia. They support him not only through words, but also through concrete actions. Amidst these rumors, many international fanbases have created compilation videos of Yibo's career journey, showcasing his hard work from the beginning. Some have even raised donations in Wang Yibo's name to help underprivileged children, as a way of countering hatred with kindness. They understood that the best way to defend an idol wasn't by cursing back, but by exemplifying the values he embodied: composure, hard work, and integrity. And at that point, Wang Yibo was no longer just an idol. He became a symbol for fans that silence doesn't always mean defeat, and that patience can overcome slander. After the storm of rumors subsided, many began to see Wang Yibo in a different light. Previously, he was known as a young star who seemed cold and unapproachable. But now, the public began to understand that behind his calm demeanor, there was extraordinary maturity. His attitude toward these rumors earned him respect, even among those who weren't his fans. With one silent act, Yibo managed to turn public opinion around. From doubt, he became admired. Shortly after the rumors subsided, new project offers poured in. Several major brands extended their contracts, and other show producers praised Yibo's professionalism behind the scenes. Wang Yibo doesn't say much, but every time he dances, everyone knows how much he loves his job. And that's something that can't be faked. If there's one thing we can learn from this story, it's how gossip can test one's resolve. Wang Yibo shows that the best way to deal with noise isn't to shout louder, but to keep going. Because in a world where everyone is competing to be heard, those who can remain silent are the ones who get the most attention. And perhaps that's why Yibo remains one of Asia's brightest stars. He doesn't just dance on stage, he dances through the storm, with steps that remain both beautiful and resolute. At China Idol Spotlight, we believe every story has two sides. And our job is to find the side that's closest to the truth. Because behind gossip, there's always a lesson, and behind slander, there's always strength. In the previous 3 installments, we witnessed how rumors about Wang Yibo allegedly going berserk on the director rocked the Chinese entertainment world. But after all the clarification, a new, much deeper question arose. What exactly was the relationship between Yibo and the show's director after the storm of rumors had passed? Did they still respect each other, or was the relationship quietly crumbling behind the scenes? Before the rumors broke, Wang Yibo and the director of Street Dance of China actually had a good relationship. The director was known for being strict, a perfectionist, and often pressuring the mentors to perform at their best. But Yibo always handled everything calmly. He wasn't the type to talk much behind the scenes. Yet, whenever the director gave a stern instruction, Yibo simply looked at him seriously and replied with a short sentence, "I understand." To the crew, that was typical of Yibo, disciplined, quiet, yet extremely focused. Therefore, when rumors of him going berserk on the director spread, many crew members were shocked. They knew that wasn't Yibo's nature. According to reports from the production staff, the day after the rumors spread on social media was the most tense on set. Everyone was waiting to see if there would be a confrontation. Would Yibo and the director have a falling out? But the opposite happened. When the director entered the practice room, Yibo was already there. He was practicing alone, repeating a single dance move over and over. All the crew's eyes were on them. But Yibo only paused for a moment, then bowed politely and said in a low voice, "Thank you for reprimanding me yesterday. I'll try to do better." The director paused for a moment, then smiled faintly. He simply replied, "A good job, Yibo. Don't pay attention to what people say. And from that moment on, there was no more tension. Instead, a stronger sense of mutual respect emerged than before. A few days later, a crew member recounted that Yibo and the director had a long conversation in the practice room after everyone had gone home. The conversation wasn't recorded, but witnesses said the atmosphere was sincere. The director said, "I know the rumors are hard for you. The entertainment world is cruel, Yibo. But you're different. You don't fight with words, but with hard work. I appreciate that." And Yibo replied quietly, "I can't control myself. What people think. But I can control how I work." Those simple words left the director speechless for a long time. He realized that behind that youthful face, there was a maturity rare in artists. From that night on, their relationship changed. The director began to be more open, even frequently complimenting the camera, something he rarely did before. In one episode, the director said, "Wang Yibo doesn't just dance with his body, but also with his heart." The words immediately moved the audience. And for fans who knew the history behind it, it felt like a confession of a young artist's unwavering determination. Ironically, the rumors that had once divided them became a bridge that strengthened their relationship. From negative gossip, mutual trust was born. The director began to frequently discuss dance concepts and the camera. They exchanged ideas, learning from each other. Even at the end of the season, the director called Yibo one of the most dedicated mentors he had ever worked with. A profound change, made possible only by Yibo's maturity and composure in dealing with storm. The other crew members and dancers felt the same way. One contestant even said, "We all learned from Yibo." When the rumors surfaced, he didn't panic. He simply said, "Let's keep practicing, let's not waste time on unimportant things." His calmness was contagious. Some crew members even admitted that the work atmosphere became warmer after the rumors subsided. Yibo proved that leadership doesn't have to come from a loud voice, but from a contagious calm. A few months after the event, a photo went viral. The photo showed Wang Yibo and the director sitting together backstage, smiling broadly. There were no microphones, no large cameras, just two people who had been dragged into gossip, now laughing together. The photo became a symbol. That behind the drama-filled entertainment world, there is still room for honesty and mutual respect. Many fans wrote comments like, "They're not just colleagues. They're two artists who understand each other." In an interview after the season ended, Wang Yibo was asked, "What's the most valuable lesson from all this?" He simply replied, "Not everyone will believe you. But as long as you know who you are, that's enough." It was a simple answer, but for his millions of fans, it conveyed a profound message that in life, silence can be more powerful than clarification. And sincerity will always find its way. Wang Yibo and the director show the world that misunderstandings aren't the end of a relationship, but rather the beginning of a deeper understanding. This is a story that proves that even in a world full of scrutiny, there are people who choose to shine with sincerity. After the heated rumors accusing Wang Yibo of being angry with the director were finally debunked, the public began to see a different side of the star. Not just as an idol or dancer, but also as a mentally strong, patient, and wise figure under pressure. But the entertainment world never stops turning. And after the storm passed, Wang Yibo's career actually took a major turn, heading towards the international stage. Many people thought the rumors would damage Wang Yibo's reputation. However, the reality was quite the opposite. After the official clarification emerged, the public began to see how he handled the situation without getting angry, without exploding, without retaliating. This calm and professional demeanor attracted many major brands. They saw a figure who was unwavering, who could maintain his image even under immense pressure. Shortly after the incident, Yibo was entrusted to become an ambassador for several international brands, ranging from fashion and automotive to luxury jewelry. The media referred to him as the Calm Storm. After the huge success of Street Dance of China, offers from abroad began pouring in. Several producers from Korea and America began eyeing him for action films and music collaborations. And finally, the following year, Wang Yibo was announced to star in an international action film, partly shot in Europe. For many fans, this was a turning point, a moment when a local artist broke through global boundaries. Even more interestingly, in a promotional interview for the film, a journalist asked, have past rumors ever made you afraid to take a step? Yibo simply smiled and replied, every step forward is the best way to forget the wrong steps you've taken. At the same time, Wang Yibo's worldwide fandom grew stronger. His fan community grew rapidly in Southeast Asia, Europe, and even Latin America. They launched charitable projects in Yibo's name, from disaster relief to environmental activities. Fans idolized not only his appearance but also his personality. They saw him as a symbol of the steadfastness of someone who doesn't respond to hatred with anger, but with achievement. Wang Yibo doesn't fight rumors with words, but with his work. That's what makes him different. And indeed, despite being rocked repeatedly, Yibo remains productive, continues to create, and remains the main face of various major projects. While many artists choose lengthy clarifications in the media, Yibo chooses silence. But his silence is not without meaning, it is a form of self-confidence. And now, every time he steps on stage, the audience sees not just a dancer, but a figure who has weathered the storm and emerged stronger than before. One senior director once said, Yibo is a rare type of artist. He doesn't bother defending himself because he knows his work will speak for itself. This statement was later quoted in various Chinese entertainment media, confirming that Wang Yibo's name is now synonymous with integrity. About how a true reputation isn't built from words, but from actions. Wang Yibo has proven that even in a world full of scrutiny and gossip, silence can be the most elegant form of strength. And perhaps, the reason his name continues to shine is not because he never falls, but because he always knows how to rise calmly. This concludes the shocking and inspiring story. Wang Yibo was accused of a director's fury after losing a dance competition. Here are the facts. A journey from slander to respect. Thank you for watching China Idol Spotlight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell because in the next episode, we'll review Wang Yibo's new international project that has Hollywood taking notice. This is China Idol Spotlight and I'll be taking my leave. See you in the next video, only on China Idol Spotlight, where the stories of Chinese stars shine brighter than the gossip.